So today we will start with verse number 4 onwards of chapter 17. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tado Jayamadire. Nashtaprayeshu Vidreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavate Ruttama Shloke Bhaktar Bhavati Nashtagi. Mugam Karodi Vachalam Pangum Langeya Girim Yat Krubadamaham Vande Paramanandamadavam. Sri Gurum Dinatarinam Sri Chaitanyamishwaram. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shakya Chakshurumilidam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Sri Chaitanyamanopistam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Gatamahim Dadanti Supadantikam. Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Udavadagamalam Sri Gurum Vaishnavamsha Sri Rupam Sagarjadam Sagana Regunadanyadandam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sakitam Sri Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Ladada Sri Vishakhanyatamsha. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpati Gopesh Gopika Kanda Radha Kanda Namastude. Taptakanjana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanasude Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vanchakalpatarupya Kripa Sindhupya Patitanam Bhavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamine Dinamne Nama Acharya Vadaya Nitai Guru Pradayane Gavrikada Damadaya Nagara Giramadharini Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamine Dinamne Namaste Saraswati Deva Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Vachatya Deshadharini. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Welcome once more all devotees. Hare Krishna. Okay, so thank you. Welcome Sadananda Proji. Hare Krishna. Okay. Hare Krishna. So, Prabhuji, I will start with verse number 4.
Yes, Prabhu, please. Yes.
Okay. The new chapter which we started is the descent of the river Ganges. Descent of the river Ganges. Krishna. So, verse number 4. Verse number 4. Hare Krishna. Tado Anega Sahasra Kodi Vimanani Sangula Deva Devayanena Vadaranti Du Mandala Mavarya Brahma Sadane Nibadadi. Tado Anega Sahasra Kodi Vimananika Sangula Devayanena Vadaranti Indu Mandala Mavarya Brahma Sadane Nipadadi. Krishna. Translation purported by His Divine Grace Abhijayaranavinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. After purifying the 7 planets near Dhruvaloka, the pole star, the Ganges, sorry. Sorry, there's the Sorry. Okay. After purifying the 7 planets near Dhruvaloka, the pole star, the Ganges water is carried through the spaceway of the demigods in billions of celestial airplanes. Then it inundates the moon, Chandraloka, and finally reaches Lord Brahma's abode atop Mount Meru. Translation once more. After purifying the 7 planets near Dhruvaloka, the pole star, the Ganges water is carried through the spaceways of the demigods in billions of celestial airplanes. Then it inundates the moon, Chandraloka, and finally reaches Lord Brahma's abode atop Mount Meru. Poppet. We should always remember that the Ganges river comes from the Causal Ocean beyond the covering of the universe. After the water of the Causal Ocean leaks through the hole created by Lord Vāmana Deva, it flows down to Dhruvaloka, the pole star, and then to the 7 planets beneath Dhruvaloka. Then it is carried to the moon by innumerable celestial airplanes, and then it falls to the top of Mount Meru, which is known as Sumeru Parvata. In this way, the water of the Ganges finally reaches the lower planets and the peaks of the Himalayas, and from there it flows through Haridwar and throughout the plains of India, purifying the entire land. How the Ganges water reaches the various planets from the top of the universe is explained herein. Celestial airplanes carrying the water from the planets of the sages to the other planets, so-called planets. So-called advanced scientists of the modern age are trying to go to the higher planets, but at the same time, they are experiencing a power shortage on Earth. If they were actually capable scientists, they could personally go by airplane to other planets, but this they are unable to do. Having now given up their moon excursions, they are attempting to go to other planets, but without success. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you for giving this opportunity. I'm not qualified, but I will try to explain whatever is my understanding from Srila Prabhupada purport and from my understanding, whatever. Hare Krishna. So, we are in this 17th chapter entitled The Descent of River Ganges, where this very important chapter from scriptures, the knowledge we receive is called as Avaroha Pantha, means descending knowledge. Descending knowledge means knowledge taken from the scriptures, from the authorities. Whereas when the scientific knowledge, we take it from Avaroha Pantha, our own endeavor. That's what Prabhupada is writing in the purport, that how the scientists are trying to attempt to find out all these things, but they are ending without success because the entire cosmic manifestation is very huge, and our planet Earth is like a mustard seed, and the living entities within this mustard seed are very, very insignificant. It is very difficult to get knowledge about the universe by our own attempt, but by through scriptures we can understand all these things very easily. That's called as descending path of knowledge. So here what we are seeing about the origin and the flow of river Ganges through our scriptural knowledge. So this 17th chapter has actually 24 verses, and the first 10 verses is discussing about the descent, glories, and the path and branches of the river Ganges. So that's what we are going to discuss today. Today is verse number 4. And after that, there will be discussion about 11 to 14 is the 9 verses of Jambudvipa. So, and 16 to 24 is a prayers of Lord Śiva by Shiva in Ilāvrita-varsha. That will be the future last section of this 17th chapter. So today's chapter of discussion verse number 4, where the flow of Ganges is very nicely described. So we all know how the Ganges originated in this material universe. It is because of this pastime of Lord Vāmana with Bali Mahārāja when he was measuring the 3 steps of the land. During the second step, he pierced the Brahmanda. The Brahmanda, we are living within this Brahmanda. The Brahmanda is like egg-shaped. So when he pierced this Brahmanda, the outer shell, that made a hole. And outside this Brahmanda, we know this Brahmanda is actually floating in this Causal Ocean. The Causal Ocean, this Brahmanda is floating like a bubble. So when he pierced that, the water, the Causal water ocean started descending into this material universe or Brahmanda. Because it is touched by the holy feet of Lord Vāmana, it is having so much of purification in power. And it is considered as very divine. So that's why it is written very clearly in this verse that after purifying, once this Causal ocean is entering into this, it is how it is entering. Touching the water of the Ganges purifies every living being. We all know that every time we go to Ganges near Haridwar or Rishikesh, we always take bath in the holy river of Ganges because it purifies all our sins. So then this Ganges is also in the scripture, it is mentioned there is also other names for the Ganges is Vishnu Padi, Bhagavat Padi, Jāhnavī, and Bhagīrathī. Okay, so after 1,000 yugas, the Ganges descended to actually first to Dhruvaloka, and from then on it became known as Vishnu Pad. So then it is gradually coming to Dhruvaloka. So we'll have a small presentation so that we can understand whatever we are discussing now. And from there, after purifying the 7 planets near the Dhruvaloka, the Saptarishis are there, the seven planets where the Saptarishis are residing near Dhruvaloka. After purifying that place, the Ganges water is carried through the spaceway. So after that, there is a space. It is carried out through the spaceway through the demigods in billions of celestial airplanes. Then it inundates the moon, the Chandraloka, and finally reaches Lord Brahma's abode, which is on the top of Mount Meru. We have discussed in the earlier sessions how the Brahmaloka is the topmost planet, where from there Brahmaloka, then it's also called as Satyaloka. From there it is going to Janaloka, Tapaloka, Mahārāloka, like that. This Ganges, how it is coming down, we can see in this presentation. We will go to Srila Prabhupada purport. We should always remember that Ganges river comes from the Causal Ocean. So we discussed already. The Causal Ocean is where Mahavishnu is resting. Another name for Mahavishnu is Karanadaksha Vishnu. Through his breathing only, these Brahmandas are coming out through his exhalation. And these Brahmandas are lying on this Causal Ocean itself. So when Vāmana pierced this Brahmanda, the outer covering of the Brahmanda, this Causal Ocean entered, which is called as Ganges in this material world, beyond the covering of the universe. After the water of the Causal Ocean leaks through the hole created by Lord Vāmana, it flows down to first is Dhruvaloka, which is pole star. Dhruvaloka is a special place where Dhruva Maharaj is presently residing because of his tapasya, where he saw Lord Vishnu within 6 months of tapasya, he saw that. And the Lord blessed him to reside in Dhruvaloka. That is which is called in English, it is called as pole star. And then to the 7 planets. So Prabhupada gives a flow of Ganges here. So first to Dhruvaloka, then to the 7 planets beneath the Dhruvaloka where the Saptarishis are residing. So it purifies wherever path the Ganges is going, it purifies those places. So that's why even somebody dies, leaves their body, their ashes is actually taken to Ganges and it is mixed there so that they get that merit of that. Even George Harrison, he was Prabhupada, he did so much, he was a follower of Srila Prabhupada, and his Ganges, after his death, his ash was also taken, like our Guru Maharaj mother, when she passed away, that her Ganges also, her ashes also taken and mixed in the Ganges river. So all, whoever follow this Vedic Sampradaya, Vedic way of living, they all actually after their death, they take the, ash in the pot, then they mix it in the flowing Ganges. So that is actually having immense blessing for the departed soul. Then it is carried to the moon. How it is carried from Dhruvaloka to the moon? It is by innumerable celestial airplanes. And then after going to the moon only, it falls on the top of Mount Meru. Mount Meru on the top only is Brahma. Brahmaloka is present on the top of Mount Meru. So when we see the presentation, you'll understand. Which is known as Sumeru Parvata. In this way, the water Ganges finally reaches the lower planets and the peak of Himalayas, which is our place, Bhagavata-varsha, Himalayas, and from there it flows through Haridwar, and then through, when people normally go for this Char Dham Yatra, they go to Haridwar also, and throughout the plains of India, purifying the entire land. How the Ganges water reaches the various planets from the top of the universe is explained here. So coming all these verses up to the coming another 6 verses, the flow of Ganges will be explained. Celestial airplanes carry the water from the planets of sages, that is the Saptarishis, which is below the Dhruvaloka, to other planets. Now Prabhupada is comparing to the Avaroha Pantha. See, Aroha Pantha means ascending knowledge. So far we saw the descending knowledge through the scriptures. Now Prabhupada is explaining about our own efforts to understand the universe. So it's very tough because hardly we can reach to the nearby planets. We know already, materially we know these 9 planets. Only we are able to see this moon from here, and they are attempting to Mars now. So the so-called advanced scientists of the modern age are trying to go to the higher planets. But at the same time, they are experiencing a power shortage on Earth. So there are so much problems on this Earth itself, like there is drought, famine. But if you want to explore to other planets, you have to spend billions and billions of dollars just to go to that planet, if you want to send a space rocket. So always there is a Prabhupada recommended that, you are spending so much money for just going there to see what is there, empty, whatever you are seeing, the exploring. That money can be utilized very good, because here there is always so much shortage. If they were actually capable scientists, they could personally go by airplane to other planets. But it is not possible by going by airplane. But this they are unable to do. Having now given up their moon excursion, in 1965, when Prabhupada was there in America, the similar time only this moon, they were trying to attempt to go to the moon, and America was saying that it succeeded in landing Neil Armstrong and all those things. But there was a lot of controversy with that moon landing issue. So having now given up their moon excursions, that's what Prabhupada is saying, they are attempting to go to other planets like Mars or something like that. But normally it does not succeed. Sometimes the rocket in between, it falls down in the sea, or sometimes they are able to take some samples. But one point we should remember, whatever we are trying to reach the other planets, it involves a tremendous amount of money investment. And what is the result we are getting? We may take some samples. So it is out of curiosity we are trying to know what is nearby our planet. But whereas we have already a lot of problems within this, our own planet itself. So that is a actually important point we should understand. So let us now go into the presentation, so that we will try to understand whatever is said in the scriptures, because we will be reading another 4 or 5 verses regarding this discussion. So here we see that Srimad Bhagavatam, the descent of river Ganges, we are discussing from verse number 4 today. So we discussed this flow of Ganges river in the universe. Ganges rivers come from the Causal Ocean, beyond the covering of our universe. So after the water of the Causal Ocean leaks through the hole created by Lord Vāmana in the 6th Manvantara. So this happened in 6th Manvantara period. It flows down to Dhruvaloka, the pole star, and then to the 7 planets beneath the Dhruvaloka. So here we can see Lord Vāmana. He comes as a small dwarf boy, and he requests Bali Mahārāja for 3 steps of land, and he starts expanding himself, that he becomes so huge that by his feet he is able to cover the entire Brahmanda, and he is able to pierce the outer shell of the Brahmanda, thereby bringing this Mother Ganges into this material universe. So here you can see Ganga's path here. It is from the Ganga's path is originating from the Causal Ocean, and then it's entering the Dhruvaloka, the topmost planet, and from Dhruvaloka, then the 7 planets, the Saptarishis planets. From there, it is carried to the moon through the celestial beings, celestial airplanes. From the moon, now you can see it is falling down on the top of Mount Sumeru. This is what we are seeing in the left image. Mount Sumeru, it is falling down Mount Sumeru. And there, falling in the Mount Sumeru, where it is a Brahmaloka. This Brahmapuri is actually the abode of Lord Brahma. That's called Brahmapuri. There it is taking 4 branches, you can see. Bhadra is 1 branch, and Sita is 1 branch, Alakananda is 1 branch, and Chakshuru. So this whole gold, you can see that is actually the top of Mount Sumeru, and then it divides into 4 branches. So that's what we are understanding from our Srimad Bhagavatam, how the Ganges falls down and then how it takes into 4 branches. And then it will fall down further. You can see, as you see the blue color line, it falls down from the Mount Sumeru unto 4 branches. So here you can see it's also called as Vishnu Padi because it touches the lotus feet of Lord Vāmana. And here you can see how it is formed. Then the Ganges is carried to the moon by innumerable celestial airplanes, and then it falls on the top of Mount Meru, which is known as Sumeru Parvata. And around this, you can see there is a saltwater ocean. You can see the blue, this gray color, saltwater ocean. In this way, the water of the Ganges finally reaches the lower planets and the peaks of Himalayas. You all know Himalayas, the northern part of India. And from there, it flows through Haridwar and throughout the plains of India, purifying the entire land. And then through the Bay of Bengal, it comes and then finally mixes into the Bay of Bengal region. So here we can see Causal Ocean, Satyaloka, Dhruvaloka, Chandraloka, Lord Brahma support at top of Sumer mountain. Then it divides into 4 branches: Sita, Chakshu, Bhadra, and Alakananda in the south. In Sita in the east, Chakshu in the west, Bhadra in the north, and Alakananda in the south. So this is again from the Gita Subodhini, how it is flowing. All these 4 branches, Sita, east, Brahmapuri, peaks of Kesharachala mountains. So, the bottom is that Jambudvipa, which is having so many these mountains separated by all these varshas. 9 tracts of land are actually separated by mountains. So here in the east, it is Kesharachala mountains. And all these mountains are there. Malayavan and Ketumala-varsha is there. There, Bhadra-varsha is there. Ketumala-varsha. These are tract of lands. Then again, surrounding is saltwater ocean. Chakshu. And then Bhadra, you can see here. All that Mount Shringavan. Kuru-varsha is there. And then saltwater ocean mixes with the saltwater ocean. And Alakananda is the Nishada mountain, Hemakuta. This Mount Himalaya. Himalaya mountain is actually Alakananda. This is our part which we know. The Ganges which we know is actually Bhārata-varsha, Mount Himalaya, Bhārata-varsha, tract of land, and then it mixes with the saltwater ocean. So our part, what we are seeing is in the southernmost part, which is actually referred as Alakananda. The 4th one. So here you can see that Brahmapuri falls down, Kesharachala mountains, you can see here. And here you can see Mount Himalaya. So it comes on Nishada, and then Mount Hemakuda, and then Mount Himalayas. And here it comes as the Jambudvip is here. You can see here. It first falls down in Ilāvrita-varsha. Then it takes to the other tract of land. Finally comes to the Jambudvipa. And Jambudvipa is surrounded by saltwater ocean. The blue one you see. This Alakananda flows down. And finally, in Bay of Bengal, Ganges mixes in the saltwater ocean. So whatever we discussed, same is represented here, river Ganges. So this is a long view. So we can understand how it is falling down. Whereas other part also we can see it is falling down in Shringavan, Mount Sweta and Bhadra. And then goes as a Bhadra, it mixes in the saltwater ocean. And same with Mount Malayavan, that also we can see. And here you can see Sita, Mount Gandhamadana. So here also it mixes with the saltwater ocean. Here our part is this Jambudvipa. So here we can see here, Jambudvipa is here. And Alakananda falls down from here, top, here it comes, and then it comes here like this. So this is our understanding, Ganges path. And these are different viewpoints for better understanding. Same thing is repeated. Ganges path, Causal Ocean, Dhruvaloka, 7 planets, and moon by celestial airplanes, Mount Meru, also called as Manavati. Then the lower planets, peak of Himalayas, Haridwar, and the plains of India, purifying the entire land in Jambudvipa. Here you can see Jambudvipa is here, this side. Okay, so this is there. So we have to remember this is south side of Mount Meru. Same. So Mandakini, Vishnupadi, Jāhnavī, Ganga, Bhagīrathī first descended on Dhruvaloka. Same name. Ganges is known by 1, 2, 3, 4. Ganges is known by other 4 names called Mandakini. So in Nepal, if you say, they say Mandakini river, where you will get the Shalagram Shila also. So Mandakini. Vishnu Padi, Jāhnavī also know. We know the Jāhnavī Muni. By his name, the Jāhnavī name came. And then Bhagīrathī also we know. Bhagīrathī also, he made tapasya to bring Ganges into this air because he want to give the Pitra, means he want to liberate his ancestors. So he made tapasya and then he brought Bhagīrathī river. So that time Ganges put some conditions. So that time he requested Lord Śiva to hold the flow of the pressure of the Ganges on his head. So that's why Lord Śiva is also called as Gangadhar, because one who holds the Ganges on his head. So then flows up the Rishi planet, same thing again, Akash Ganga. Milky Way is also called as Akash Ganga. Then it falls on top of Mount Meru. Same thing, whatever we discussed.
Haresha Prabhuji, 1 second, Prabhuji.
Yes, mother.
Prabhuji, that Bhagirathī is from where we can understand that Nadi starts from, because till that after moon reaches this Mount Meru, then it is divided into 4, and it is last it is reaching up to the level of Himalayas. Then from there, Alagananda, all like it is mixes with the salt water. Then where Bhagirathī Nadi means this is actually Shivaloka, that means Kailas from there, or how you can understand in that way?
Bhagirathā means we have to check, Mataji. I think some places in India also it is called as Bhagirathī, right? If I am not wrong.
And also this Mandagini Nadi is the same Gandaki.
Gandaki, yes, in near Nepal, yes.
Okay. And,
so even in Mayapur, there are 2 things, right, Mataji? One side Ganges comes, and one more side the other river comes, right? I'm not able to remember the name. I don't know if they call that as Bhagirathī also. Then both will mix in Mayapur also. You can see there are Mayapur, if you see elevated view, it is actually 2 rivers. It will come and join near Mayapur. Two. So that also you have to see.
Yeah, but from that Vishnupadi and this Trimurtis, their Ganges is touching like because of that Tribhadaga, that means from Brahmaloka, and also is connected with the Trimurtis, like Vishnu as Vāmana Deva, then Shivaji, then and Padala also it's coming. And in that way, from Vāmana Deva's lotus feet, water is coming. Then where is this Ganges is coming? Lord Śiva is collecting this water on the matted hair. Where in between, like we have seen this sequence, no?
You can say Kailasa mountain.
That means before that all before Sumeru, no, Prabhu? Because the Sumeru is in Brahmaloka. Sorry, our law, this one. Bhūloka. It's a connection with the Bhūloka. So before that, it's coming on the top of Sumeru. Before this Bhagirathī story is coming, no, Bhagirath. That means Ganga. On the top of Shivaji, his head.
Yes. So normally it is said that Himalayas, the Lord's abode, you know that Kailasa is also presented here. Like we have Ayodhya here, and there is Ayodhya in the spiritual world. So partial representation is also there. That's why we know when you see Kedarnath, they see like Shivaling there. So
that means
we can
this
take
story
from
happened.
that place. Yeah, from that place we can understand that Lord Śiva has taken. Exactly, I'm not sure, but I am having an idea like that maybe Lord Śiva is he's holding there.
That means in the top of that Himalaya.
Both Himalayas,
yes. Okay. That means in the material world, connecting with the material worlds.
And again, these are all not physical forms; it's all subtle forms. Subtle forms, and this is like we can say that he is actually giving his blessing to reduce the pressure. It's symbolically presented that he's holding on the hair, but it is like the pressure. The whole Lord Śiva is bearing that.
Yes.
So these all things are like we should take it in a very sukshama, subtle form. It's not like somewhere, like we can see all these things physically. But those things we can say it is by the blessings of Lord Śiva, he is able to reduce the pressure so that there is no danger in this material. So same like how he taken the halal poison while there is a Samudra Mandan. Like that, Lord Śiva takes up this service to bring bring Ganga Mata to this universe so that she can purify this planet. And also there also, Ganga Mata is putting another condition also to Bhagirathī Muni, that if everybody come and wash their sin, then what will happen? All the sin I am taking, I will be purified. That question also is two conditions. One is to that whole pressure of Ganga Mata, that Lord Shiva is taking that pressure. And second thing is, the Mother Ganges is also asking that if everybody will come and take bath, all the sins I am taking, who will take my sin? Then again, the blessing is that whenever a pure devotee of the Lord, he will come and take bath in your Ganges, the Ganges become purified. It will be removed of all its contamination. Whenever a pure devotee will come and take, bath in the Ganges. Like that. So that second is also been addressed. That is also there in Srimad Bhagavatam.
Okay, Prabhuji, thank you. Because this is a little confusion game.
Yes.
Like before reaching this Ganges into our planet, that means last after Himalaya is also, no? So before that,
Because,
all this happening, no?
We understand this Muni, Bhagirathī Muni, this all past time happened in our place only, in earthly planet only. So this, he is bringing this Ganges to the earth. So that time only he is reducing the pressure. Through pressure. So it will be somewhere in the Himalayas.
This Himalaya, what we are showing here in this Himalaya, no?
Yeah.
That means after
Yeah.
Sumeru mountain, from there, the different four branches are coming, one branch is coming on the top.
You can see here, Mataji falls on Mount Nishada, right? Because 9 tracts of land, so you can see that is Ilāvrita-varsha is in the center. You see the Ilāvrita-varsha in the center?
Yes.
So then the boundary is these 4 mountains for the Ilāvrita-varsha. So it will fall on Mount Nishada first, which is in the bordering the Ilāvrita-varsha.
Yes.
From there it is flowing to Mount Hemaguda through the tract of land, then through Mount Hemaguda. Then third one is coming to the Mount Himalayas, and then out of Mount Himalayas is this Jambudvipa.
Oh, okay, Guruji.
And outside the Jambudvipa is the saltwater ocean, which we are seeing as Bay of Bengal.
Yeah, so that means this saltwater.
It will mix there.
Yes, Guruji. Okay.
So this is our understanding.
Saltwater is discussing about the saltwater in our what we are seeing, or
yes.
Material world.
This small sample is here, but this is a big, huge mass of saltwater ocean. But what we see here is a small part, actually, whatever oceans we see here. But you can see that around Jambudvipa is saltwater ocean. And we also see above our earth, our surrounding earth is saltwater ocean. So in that way, we can relate it.
Okay.
But the saltwater,
like in the vapor form, from here it is connecting with the material world.
Yes.
Okay, Prabhuji.
So that we can understand that whole blue, we can understand like that. And also we should understand this Bhagirathī Muni also bringing Ganges. Lord Vāmana, they also bringing Ganges, right, Mataji? So how to understand? It is said that this all happened in different manvantras. Not same. Okay. But which manvantara? One manvantara we know, 6th manvantara, Lord Vāmana brought. And Bhagirathī Muni, he brought in different manvantara. Because after Pralaya, everything is gone, no? So it has brought different times and different personalities.
Brahmapuri and river.
Prabhuji, you have something? Sajjana Murari Prabhu?
No, Prabhu, by mistake it is. Sorry.
Okay. So this is how we can understand this.
Yes, thank you so much, Prabhuji.
Yeah. So by this is how it is written in the, mentioned in the scriptures like that. So you can see here, peak of Himalayas, Haridwar, we know, we all went one time here from Kanyadesh. It was full force. Haridwar, Ganges flow is very high. Even they put some special barricade, metal barricade, like with pipes. You have to hold that and only bath. Otherwise, you will be taken by that current. So Haridwar, you can see it is very famous. There is separate temple and everything. So Gangotri. And Gangotri is separate. Gangotri is that mountain from where we can see the origin of. We cannot trace the origin, but from Gangotri only it is flowing. Then we have Yamunotri also. So Gangotri, Yamunotri is all there. Part of Chardham Yatra, if you go, all this will be covered. Haridwar, Rishikesh, Haridwar, Gangotri, Yamunotri, Badrinath, Kedarnath. This is called Chardham. So we went one time from Kanyadesh to Haridwar and we taken bath also. It's very heavy current, Haridwar. Then from there it flows to the plains of India. So if you see, there are some documentaries also for Ganges. If you put in YouTube, You can see Ganges documentary is there. How it is coming, originating, how it is flowing. Very interesting to see. It is throughout from north. It is flowing. Even in the map, you can see it is going, taking a long path. Finally, it will mix with the Bay of Bengal. Through this Calcutta, Mayapur, everything. Then it finally mixes with the saltwater ocean. So it is a very long path. I don't know how many thousands of kilometers Ganges is taking from the north. So it is plains of India, it is flowing, purifying the entire land. And of course, in south also we have, we say Ganga, Yamuna, Cheva, Godavari, Saraswati, Narmada, Sindhu, Kaveri. Kaveri is in south. So everywhere it is there, not only north. The sacred rivers are there everywhere. That's why when you do this Achamana, we say Ganga, Yamuna, Cheva, Godavari, Saraswati, Narmada, Sindhu. Narmada is near Gujarat side. Narmada, Sindhu. Kaveri is in south, Tamil Nadu. Jales means Sannidham. So it is there everywhere, but this is specifically Ganges is referred in the scriptures, the northern part of India. So this we already discussed. Mandakini, Vishnupadi, Jāhnavī, Ganga, Bhagīrathī. So these are different ways. And Akash Ganga is other name is called as Milky Way. In English we say Milky Way. This is called in scriptural terms Akash Ganga. Then falls on Mount Meru. This also we discussed into 4 branches. Southern branch of Ganges on Mount Sumeru is Alakananda. That also we discussed. Southern part is what we are referring, Alakananda. So how it is falling and taking. And all these various things, this also we discussed. Southern branches of Ganga is known as Alakananda, takes support of Kesharanchal Mount and then falls on the Hemakutra mountain, followed by Himalaya. So in this way, the water of the Ganges finally reaches the lower planets and the peaks of Himalayas, and from there it flows to Haridwar. This is Haridwar. Here you can see less current, but no, when you go there, it is very high. Throughout the plains of India, put the entire land, the place where the Ganges flows into the salt water of Bay of Bengal. So here you can see, flows into the salt water of Bay of Bengal, known as Ganga Sagar, or the meeting place of Ganges and the Bay of Bengal, called as Ganga Sagar. So we do every day in Kasi, everywhere, wherever this Ganges flow, they do Ganga Arati every day evening. It's a very grand Arati. So many people actually gather to witness that Ganga Puja. So it is done every day in the evening. So this is a summary of whatever we discussed. Flow of Ganges River in our universe. Ganges River comes from the Causal Ocean, beyond the covering of our universe. After the water of the Causal Ocean leaks through the hole created by Lord Vāmana in the 6th Manvantara, it flows down to Dhruvaloka, the 6th Dhruvaloka, the pole star, and then to the 7 planets beneath Dhruvaloka. From Brahmalok to Dhruvaloka, the Ganges is actually, river is known as Mandakini. So, from Dhruvaloka to Brahmalok, we know it is carried by the celestial planet. No, first actually from Dhruvaloka to the moon planet. From that, it is coming to the Brahmalok. And from Brahmalok to Dhruvaloka, the Ganges river is known as Mandakini because she flows very slow here. After that, Saptarishi planets, Ganges takes the path of Akash Ganga, Milky Way, and morph its liquid form into another brighter form. So it's called Milky Way. Here the Ganges is carried to the moon by the innumerable celestial airplanes by 33 million demigods who live on the moon planet. Swargalok we say. So this moon planet is also considered as a higher planet. Srila Prabhupada explained that moon planet is a higher planet. It's coming under like in the Swargalok category. And then it falls on the top of Mount Meru, which is known as Sumeru Parvata. Here it gets divided into 4 paths: South Alakananda, North Bhadra, West Chakshu, and East Sita. The southern part of Ganges on Mount Sumeru, known as Alakananda, takes support of Kesharanchal mountain and falls on the Hemakunta mountain, and from where it goes to Himalaya and then enters into Bhārat-varsha. Here Lord Śiva holds. Mataji, here answer is there. Huh? In Bhārat-varsha, here Lord Śiva holds the river Ganges in his matted hair and releases thin portion to the plain of Himalaya. So I think whatever the question discussed, the answer is here already. In this way, the water of the Ganges finally reaches the lower planets and the peaks of the Himalayas, and from there it flows through Haridwar and throughout the plains of India, purifying the entire land, and finally reaches the Ganga Sagar in Bengal. From there it flows into the nether lower planetary system to Atala. From there it further goes down to the lower planetary system: Atala, Vitala, Sutala, Talatala, Rasatala, Mahatala, and Patala. Like this, this Ganges is flowing. So that we will discuss in the coming verses. 4 days, we can discuss that one. Then after that, 11 to 14 will be the 9 varshas of Jambudvipa. So hopefully by next Saturday, we can see, if Krishna willing, that what are this detailed 9 varshas of Jambudvipa. Hare Krishna. So if you have any doubt on this today's discussion, we can discuss now. And if you have understanding, also please share that. Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, Saptarshis means 7, no? 7.
Yeah, for that 7 rishis, no? We have this
So
sages.
same.
Yes.
The same name is coming to the planet also. I mean,
Which one, Prabhu?
no, the same name will be named after Saptarshi only. I mean,
Yes, Prabhu. Yes. I think like that. So we have to see this, the Saptarishis, no? We say that, what is that Saptarishis? Anybody knows the name? So Vashishta, Bhrigu, like
Yes,
that.
Astri, Vasishta,
Yeah.
day before
Atri.
yesterday's, Thursday,
You already.
Slova, it was.
Oh, okay. Then
all of them with the same name.
Same. That we have to double check, Prabhu. The Saptarishi planet means hopefully I think should be in the same name only. But we have to see that whether it is said that it is below Dhruvaloka.
Dhruvaloka, yeah.
Dhruvaloka.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. So, any other points to discuss on this today? I think today we will discuss only this one. So tomorrow we can discuss maybe the next verse, because I think this is some additional point to be discussed. We can discuss on this verse.
Of course, it's full details.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhu, for the explanation. Prabhu, I have a doubt whether this Saptarishi planet is same as Siddhaloka.
Actually, 1 minute, Mataji. Let me open one more screen. 1 minute, Mataji. Just 1 minute. Yeah. Last week we discussed, no, that Vedic cosmology. Not last week we discussed actually. 1 minute. Tapaloka. I am just testing that presentation. You are able to see the
Siddhaloka or Mahārāja, Prabhu? One doubt. No idea.
No idea. Okay. Just seeing that. You are able to see some slides or?
No? Still
Coming
it
only,
is written
Prabhu.
only. Coming only, opening.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Now open.
Now, actually, minute. Well, this file is not opening. That's why it's taking time. Yes, now it's open. You are able to see now?
Yes. Srimad Bhagavatam can do.
So, Tapaloka. Mataji, you said Tapaloka, right? So there is one
Doubt only,
Mahārāja.
Prabhu, whether it is Tapaloka or Siddhaloka or Mahārāja.
We can see there is one slide actually. The abode, actually Tapaloka is abode of 4 Kumaras.
Yes. Okay.
It's actually Sanaka, Sanandana, Sanat Kumara. So Satyaloka, Lord of Brahma. Then Jāhnaloka is abode of Navayogendras, 9 ancient sages. The 9 ancient sages, maybe they are referring to the same. And you can see Mahārloka is the abode of Bhrigu and other sages. So
maybe that is Saptarishis, Prabhu, Mahārloka.
Mahārloka. Because here you see, there is, I think, one more slide telling especially what is that loka, every loka. Let me see, that slide is there. Same, Jāhnaloka, Navayogendra, Bhrigu. So, see here it is there. Which one you said? Jāhnaloka, Navayogendra, son of Lord Rishabhadev. Mahārloka. So, the yogi alone goes beyond the circle of Shishumara times planet Mahārloka, where purified saints like Bhrigu and others enjoy a duration of 4.32 crores solar years. Mahārloka is okay. So, it is said that the cosmic diverse and both of them, thus great sages like Bhrigu and other inhabitants. Actually, Bhrigu is also one of the Saptarishi, no, Mataji?
Yes, that's what I was thinking.
Should be this one, I think.
Okay, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Okay, Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Welcome, Mataji. Hare Krishna. We are also learning by your questions. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Thank you, Guruji.
So, any other questions we have?
Hare Prabhuji, can you please stop the recording because maybe I'll ask more blunder mistakes. So
No, that is doubt clearing, Mataji. We can also.
Mataji, I think only we are going to hear this, no?
So we'll get it cleared. So thank you, Mataji.
No, even I am not very familiar. Whatever I know, I can share. Other devotees also can share their understanding.
Yes, Prabhuji, like this is actually till Himalaya. That is the 9 divisions of Jambudvipa. And after that,
No,
Seawater.
Mataji, 9 divisions actually. See, if you see that, if you see the center, the Jambudvipa, see whole, the center part, around the Mount Sumeru is having 9 tracts of land, right, Mataji?
Yeah, that last one is...
Yes, Jambudvipa, there is 9 tracts of land. Yes.
Yeah, that one is still at Himalaya. That means in between one mountain, mountain, land, like that 9. And after that, one seawater, then one land, then another water, maybe like milk water, another type of water. Then that is 7. That last one is actually coming, Bharata.
So I prepared like this something to understand. So I just
last Pushkara. Then only the last, in that one part, Bhagavata. And out of that Bhagavata again divided into 9. And southernmost part is coming as our planet. Then from there only another Himalaya comes to Prabhu. And this Himalaya is a spiritual something. What we can understand.
I tried to put it as you are able to see the screen?
Yes, bro.
Yeah. Just I try to understand. For my understanding, I prepared. It's Brahmanda, we know one, it's like egg-shaped, right, Mataji? Brahmanda.
Yes.
Okay, out of millions of Brahmanda, one Brahmanda only we are going to see. Only one Brahmanda, it's like egg-shaped, created from the exhalation of Mahavishnu. So within that Brahmanda is actually center like a disc, like a lotus flower is one Bhumandala. It's like a disc within the Brahmanda. Okay, it resembles like a lotus flower. So that in the disc actually, there are actually 7 islands separated by oceans created by Privarta Maharaj, competing the sun. Okay, so in these 7 islands, actually there is one tract of land. No, there is one island called the 7 islands. There are like one island is actually specifically we are going is Jambudvipa.
Okay, innermost one is Jambudvipa.
Yes. No, actually out of Mount Sumeru, if you see the center part is yes, Jambudvipa, correct. Innermost is Jambudvipa, correct. The center is actually Ilāvrita-varsha, right? The center one.
Yes, Ilāvrita-varsha is actually Jambudvipa is again divided into 9 parts.
9 tracts of land. See, that's what you can see. If you go up above that, one island, Jambudvipa is above going is 9 tracts of land separated by mountains.
But this Bhagavatam is actually out of this
9 tract of land. One tract of land is one tract of land is Bharatavarsha.
That means that is actually 7 out of 7 part. One part is Bharatavarsha.
Out of 9 tract of land, one land is Bharatavarsha. Varsha means tract of land. So there are 9 varshas. One varsha is Bharatavarsha. Yeah. There are like 9 tracks from Mataji. Here you can see. See here. See, these are the 7 dvipas, right? Pushkara Dvipa, Saka Dvipa. Okay, this we understood. Okay, in between it is ocean is there. Okay, so then if you go, you can see here Himalaya mountains. You're able to see?
Yes, Prabhu.
So your question is this Himalaya mountain and the Himalaya mountain which you are seeing is same, right?
Yeah, that's what is my question actually.
I think it should be same. Because we are same, no? Because it is referring to same mountain only, no? Himalaya. We also say Himalaya only, no? So here you can see Mataji. The last, you are able to see Bhagavata is 1 tract of land. 1 tract out of this 9 tract of land. 1 tract of land is actually Bhagavata, which is actually isolated. You can see that mountain is called as, because every tract of land is isolated by 1 mountain. Here it is isolated by Himalaya mountain.
Yes.
That maybe we need to double check. This Himalayas, what we are seeing here near Nepal, and the Himalayas which is actually here, is it referring to the same? That we need to double check. Because if you see, here they are saying Bharatavarsha, this Himalaya mountain, then again they are saying this planet Earth, you know, they are saying as Bharata Kanda. You see here, second arrow.
Yes.
Yeah,
So,
yes, Prabhuji.
you see, in Bharata Kanda also there is one Himalayas, no?
Yeah.
So it should be that maybe the big one is there, bigger one is there, and the it's subtle for the smaller one. Maybe it is in the specifically, you know, like as we say, you know, everything happens like even they say the everything is like there's the bigger part. Even the if you see in these Vaikuntha planets, there are also kind of devatas. Based on that only, these devatas are existing in the Swargaloka. So like that, we can understand. Again, we need to double check this one. So Bharatavarsha and Bharata Kanda is specifically mentioned here.
Okay. Yes, Prabhuji. Bharatavarsha is again divided into another 9 parts.
Yeah.
Then out of that, 1 part is our planet.
Yeah. So this Himalaya mountain, which you see, the bigger one, which is separating the Bharatavarsha itself, that Himalaya and the Himalaya, which is especially in the Nepal side, that we need to see this main. So that's why we go back to here. You can see this one. You can see here Brahmanda, then Bhumandala, then in Bhumandala 7 islands. 1 is actually out of 7 islands, 1 is Jambudvipa. In the Jambudvipa, there are 9 tracts of land. And in 9 tract of land, 1 land is Bharatavarsha. In that 1 land of tract of Bharatavarsha is 1 Bharata Kanda. That is where Earth is there. And in the Earth, we are in the Dravida-desha. Dravida-desha means southernmost part of that is called as Dravida-desha. So the word Dravida-desha is there in the scriptures. Actually, it is said in the scripture Bhagavata Mahatmya that actually Bhakti originated from Dravida-desha. I mean, Bhakti, actually, it is said that, what is that verse? It is Dravida-desha Utpanne Bhakti, like that. There is one verse actually.
It's originally taken from Tamil and from one place.
From Tamil especially, it has taken birth there. Gradually, it went to Karnataka. Like that, it is going up to the north. The Utpanne Dravida-desha, like that, one verse is there in the Bhagavata Mahatmya, it is there. So the Bhakti actually originated from Dravida-desha. And over a period of time, it has gone to this one. So we can note down this. We can ask somebody, picture like that Himalayas, which is especially in this Nepal mount area. And we are also seeing that Bharatavarsha, there is a Himalayas, right? So both are actually same, or it is like a copy of each. You can check, or there's a book, this Vedic cosmology, we can prefer that also.
Yeah, Ambali Mataji is actually doing some research over this.
Yeah,
You are not research, Mataji. I am
No, no.
studying from the pictures.
Yeah, no, because Maharaji, like Himalaya, that day you were telling, like you attended that class, no? Because Himalaya, after that Bhāratavarsha, then Bhāratavarsha is again divided into 9 lands.
9.
Out
Yeah.
of that, southern part is our planet. Then in
Yes.
that planet, another Himalaya is coming, like that. I don't know. That's
copy,
why, Prabhuji, I'm
Mataji.
really sorry if I am asking
Yeah,
you a
this
question.
this part of Himalaya I am also
Earth
confused
globe.
whether
Right,
it is the same or not.
Earth globe.
I
Because
think,
that Himalaya is before Bharatavarsha is coming, no? Because that Bharatavarsha is divided with another Varsha in between Himalaya mountain is coming. Then Bharatavarsha again divided 9 land. In that small, very small is our planet. Our planet Earth, we can see another Himalaya. That was actually my confusion whether that Himalaya and our Earth globe there is another Himalaya. Both
in,
are same or not? That
in my
was my
understanding, I
confusion.
think they should be different because that is a huge one.
Yeah, yes, bro.
And
That's the
Himalaya, what
only
we are saying is a
confusion.
huge one from end to end. The whole Varsha is divided from end to end. But whatever we are seeing, Himalayas is actually small one. Only
Yeah,
for
that Himalayas
country.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the
that is
only.
what I also think because the other one
If
is
it is
looking
2
very
means
big, no,
I'm okay.
separating these 2 Varshas.
Yeah.
Yes, yes,
So,
Guruji.
because sometimes same name will come, like Lord Buddha, they say, no, that Buddha, which is different, like what scriptures are referring. So there is difference also. Sometimes we may confuse with the same name, but it should be different because
Yeah.
Yes, Guruji.
this is not so huge like what is referred in that Vedic cosmology map. It is not so huge.
Yeah, okay, Guruji.
Yeah,
No,
I think
it's
This is
okay.
very difficult to
but
understand,
names
Prabhuji.
may be
Yeah.
referring the same, or it may be the representation of same Himalayas. Like there says no Amsa, representation of Himalaya mountain in a
Okay,
small
okay.
scale.
Yes, Guruji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much,
Hare
Guruji.
Krishna.
Actually, we are all learning. We are not nobody is expert on this. So whatever we know from various sources, we are trying to get all this, so that for our clear understanding on all these things we are trying to discuss. And if at all you get some information also, you can feel free to share here. So it will be for everybody, it will be clear. Hare Krishna. Any
Hare
other?
Krishna. Thank you, Guruji.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Guruji, and
Hare Krishna. So, any other questions on this discussion? Again, I think when we go to Jambudvipa next week, I think we can see little more detail also. And for this. Hare Krishna. Shri Kumar Prabhu,
yes, Guruji.
anything else to discuss?
Nothing, Guruji. Thank you very much, Guruji.
Hare
So, thank
Hare
you very much for we are lucky
So-
to get Guruji's class like this, and
we are all are learning, bro. We are also learning. Everybody is
the
learning.
PowerPoint also. And Guruji's PPT, Guruji is showing. So, Hare Krishna, Guruji. So we'll chant it 3 times. Hare Krishna Mahantra for
For all
as well
assembled
as
devotees.
all the devotees for everybody's spiritual progress. Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Hare,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Rama Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare.
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Pancha Kalpatarabhascha Kripa Sindhya Patana
Pavani
Vaishnavibhyo Namo Namaha.
Ananta Kodi Vishnu Jai, Radharaj Srimad Bhagavatam ki Jai,
Girandaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki Jai. Shri Krishna Das Prabhu Ji ki Jai.
all glories to
Jai.
assembled devotees. Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
So thank you all
Thank you,
for
Prabhuji.
participating.
Pranam.
Hare
Thank you.
Krishna. So yeah, thank you all. And today evening we'll be having Chaitanya Charitamrita class. So please, who are free, please try to join. Hare Krishna. Dandar Pranams. Hare Krishna. I will end the session from now.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Hare
Thank you.
Hare Krishna.